So, what are the top 10 soft skills for virtual assistants? Soft skills or personality traits that will get you hired. Number 1 is being enthusiastic. Be excited about your job, your assignment. Show it. Make sure you let your potential employer know that you're excited about the new job, that you want to learn the new skills, that you are going to be proud to have it on your resume. Show it to them. Number 2, punctual. Well, this goes without saying, obviously, but just like you wouldn't be late for an in-person interview, be on time for all of your meetings with a potential employer, with a project manager. Make sure you submit your assignments on time. Make sure you're online when you say you're going to be online. If you need to be there a few minutes ahead of time, that will show the employer that you're willing to do the job and will definitely put you ahead of other candidates. Number 3, inquisitive. Some people feel bad about asking questions, but it's actually a good thing. Show that you are interested in details. Ask for clarifications. It's the worst thing you can do to assume how to do things if you really don't understand. Just ask. Anybody would be more than happy to answer your questions. So questions are always welcome by an employer. And it's always a good idea to ask early, because what if you ask too late or don't ask at all? You may have to redo everything from the beginning. Number 4, honesty. It goes in and out throughout the project in so many aspects. And it's so easy to spot a person who's not honest, who's sneaky, who's exaggerating their time, who's finding excuses why they're late or why they didn't meet the deadline. Just be honest and straight up, straightforward. Be clear on how much time you're trying to spend on the time, your estimate. If you run into an obstacle, say it. Do what you promised. Report your time honestly. Don't report 5 hours when you spend 4.5 hours. Be honest. Teachable. Willing to be teachable, it is going to go a long way in your career. It is going to actually improve so many things about your work. There's no two jobs that are alike. In every new assignment, you're going to pick up some new skills. So be willing to learn new things, learn new tools to accomplish your tasks. Sometimes you need to do that on your own time. Maybe even invest in a little tool that's going to save you time down the road. For example, something that publishes to multiple social media platforms with one click of a mouse will save you time. So it may be worth $10 a month if it's going to give you an extra couple contracts. So tools, productivity tools, and learning new skills are very important. Flexible. By flexibility, we mean being understanding. Being understanding that your employer may need something sooner rather than later. Some things are higher priority, some things are lower priority. Sometimes you may have to work a little bit extra. Some days you're going to have extra time for yourself. As long as overall you're within the timelines that are expected, be flexible and use your time efficiently. If you can complete something today, instead of waiting for another portion of time tomorrow, do it. Be flexible. Let's talk about communication skills. Number 7, expressing yourself. If you just keep plugging along with your work and don't say a word, it's not a good thing. Talk. Express how you feel. Are you excited about what you're learning? Is something boring to you? Is something your strength? Or are you lacking skills in some area? Talk, communicate, be clear, Voice your opinion, which leads into the next point. Voice your concerns as well. If something's not going right, you may have too much work on your plate, something came up at home, anything, express it as soon as it comes up. Your employer will do their best to accommodate you and to manage any conflicts that may come up. Number 9, acknowledge things. What we mean here is when you get a message, say received. When you get an email, send an email back, say thank you, got it. When you received a new assignment or a new timeline, say okay, understood, clear. Or not clear, ask a question, but acknowledge it. Don't just make the employer wonder, did he get it? Did she receive that email? I don't know. Especially if you're working in different time zones. It's very, very important. And number 10, a key point in communication skills is to establish a relationship. A relationship with your employer will go a long way. You will get more contracts, you may get raises, you will get great references, you will have an easier way in your job, you will have an easier time working with that person or people. Build relationships, share a little bit about yourself, not too much, they don't need to know what you're cooking for breakfast, but share a little bit about your hobbies, maybe about what skills you're trying to pick up at this job, something relevant. Ask them questions. Ask them what their business goals are, mission or vision in their business, so that you guys can be connected and talk the same language. Can't emphasize that enough. I hope this helped you. Work on these, add them to your resume, and all the best in your job search.